It was on the first day of the week at early dawn, some 2,000 years ago, that the tomb of an itinerant preacher named Jesus of Nazareth was found empty. And in the light of the resurrection, Easter faith was born. Easter faith, which changed the everyday lives of humankind forever. In our morning gospel reading, Luke opens our eyes to two otherwise unknown followers of Jesus, followers who are traveling the 7 dusty miles from Jerusalem to the village of Emmaus. They are surely talking as they walk side by side with one another. And I would hazard a guess that their conversation contained something more than just a bit of theology on that day. Why? Because their worlds had just been turned upside down and inside out. It is the first day of the new creation. God has shattered the chains of evil and broken the icy grip of death by raising Jesus from the dead. And on this day, in fulfillment of Isaiah's prophecy, every valley has been lifted up, every mountain has been made low, and a great highway of redemption has appeared in the wilderness of human existence. On this morning, you and I now come face to face with the disciples as a stranger catches up with them on Luke's Emmaus Road. The stranger is, of course, the risen Christ, the bright morning star of God's new day. But in the dimness of the kind of discouragement that we all experience, the disciples failed to recognize their Lord. However, that did not last for long. For at the end of the day, at the end of the Emmaus Way, we see these same disciples lifting high the cross of Jesus Christ. And we hear them singing together, "The Lord has not left us. The Lord has been made known to us. Our Christ has risen indeed." In other words, as the disciples journeyed along the Emmaus Way, new life, yes, new life, rippling from the far edge of the universe, came upon them in an up-close and personal way, close enough to give the disciples a new name. Yes, the name, the way. People of the road, Easter people. Yes, disciples not looking at the past, but disciples seeing a new life and mission in the road that now lay before them. In a real sense, brothers and sisters, on that Emmaus Road, the risen Christ became not only part of the disciples' lives, but look around us, part of each of our lives. For as you and I in God's church today journeys through unknown changes and new life, as we journey down the sometimes dusty road to mission and obedience, as we work together for peace in our families and peace in so many of our churches, as we welcome the stranger, teach the faith to our children, speak the good news of Jesus Christ to those yearning to hear it, as we whisper encouragement to those who doubt, we travel again the Emmaus Road which we began in our baptism, the road where the living Christ, the risen Christ, first met us, the road where Christ continues to meet us in unusual and very unexpected ways. There is a message in that long time Emmaus story for each of God's children. The message of the Emmaus story is that we may be the stranger for someone who needs Jesus. The message of the Emmaus story is that we may find Jesus in a stranger who catches up with us. The message of the Emmaus story is that Jesus may be found in both the miraculous and the mundane, in the ordinary and in the extraordinary, in the waters of baptism, and this morning in the breaking of bread and drinking the cup of salvation. And today, in the city of Hampton, Virginia, St. Mark's United Methodist Church, a church with a mighty past, a church with an even greater future, a church with hope for today and with even brighter hope for tomorrow, a church with a new pastor and a pastor with a new congregation, together grasping anew the nature of God and the incarnation. Emmaus Road children, Emmaus Road people, choosing, and yes, it is a choice, choosing to lift high the cross of Jesus Christ as we begin our journey together. Sisters and brothers, sometimes the road that we'll be traveling is going to be dusty. Sometimes that road is going to be downright rocky. Sometimes the road will lead us along a wilderness of wonderment. And sometimes that road is going to glow with visions of hope beyond our expectations. But you know, in and through it all, this we can remember. As Jesus was with the disciples on the Emmaus Road, so will our up-close and personal God, known to us through Jesus Christ, be ever with us as we walk our journey together. The challenge of Pentecost is upon us and before us. This morning, our Emmaus walk, our Emmaus journey has surely begun. On this day of celebration, let us choose to claim anew God's promises, and let us experience God's amazing and holy grace as we never have before. Let us lift high the cross as we covenant together to be one with Christ, one with each other, and forever one in ministry to all of God's world. Until Christ comes in final victory and we feast together at Christ's heavenly table. My new friends, let us in this moment choose to make new history together, to the glory of God the Father, now and forever. And all of God's people say, Amen.